Hello, my fellow caramellers. How are you doing today? We've got another reaction for you to the latest round 2 models video. I love how this company stays in touch with us and puts out these videos. And I know Rebel's doing. I'm going to start doing some reactions to theirs, and it's really cool. Pretty much a lot of the companies are starting to have a YouTube presence, and this is just great for us. It just brings the community together and keeps us in the know of what's going on. So it's really, really super cool, and I'm happy to take a look at it with you, mainly just the car stuff, of course, because, you know, after all, that's what we are here, car channel, right? Model car channel. Let's be sure about that. So anyways, let's go on and pull their deal up here. Wing bang. Boom. Let's put me down here. Let's take a look at this. All right, we're going to fire this up. At the end of this video, there'll be a link to go and check out this video on your own, so you can watch it all and watch out all the other cool stuff that round 2 brings out to us hobbyists. We are just concentrating on the model car stuff here. So, all right, I'm going to just, let's first listen to the first part, see what's said. Nice intro.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the new at Round 2 product spotlight. This is for June of 2025, where we showcase some of the new stuff that we've been working on over here at Round 2 in the realm of diecast slot cars and model kits. For this month, we got some pretty exciting things going on. We're going to, in 1/64 scale, we're going to talk about a new release for Auto World Deluxe and some 2-packs. For slot cars in Auto World, we've got a new release for Extraction that's pretty exciting to run through. And then in automotive model kits, we've got 3 kits that we're going to show you guys from AMT. For sci-fi kits, we're not showing anything in the video, but we are going to Wonderfest here this weekend. And
I heard Wonderfest was cool. Go over to Throttle Power. He's starting to lay down some really cool videos on Wonderfest. You got to go check that out. That is a bucket list show. I know it's not a model car show. It's sci-fi, but it is a huge show. I love sci-fi myself. I'll just put that in here for a little bit as we're scrolling through and finding the car stuff. But if you get a chance to go to Louisville, Kentucky in the summer to check out Wonderfest, it's something I want to do very soon. Let's see, man, there's a lot. Okay, here we go. Let's get to the goods here. There we go.
And next we'll jump in and show you what we're working on for model kits. So jumping right into the AMT automotive model kits, we've got a great one for you guys to start with in the 1966 Shelby GT350 Mustang. So it's been a long time since there's been a 66 Shelby GT350 out. This actually has retooled body and Shelby parts in this. So if you guys remember, we did the Fastback Mustang a while back. These are all the parts to build the Shelby version. So it's got the Shelby grille, the Shelby quarter windows, and the Shelby hood. Comes with new pad printed tires and decals, and this is a kit that you can build in one of 3 ways. You can make a stock Shelby, you can make a custom version, or you can make a racing version.
Ooh, let's
get a look
see
here.
Parts.
Some of the look of the stock Shelby there on the back, shown in Wimbledon white.
It's going to have the right
those
decals.
Pad printed Goodyear Blue Streak tires that it comes with. Also has torque thrust mag wheels. There's 2 engine options in this, and an all new decal sheet, which has a lot of stuff for racing stripes, numbers, and secondary sponsors. You can see here.
All right. I'm not seeing it. If they're going to do a proper Shelby race car, I was really hoping for that front balance that replaces the bumper. The monogram did that, which I love that monogram Shelby. But I really like this. I've always liked AMT's first years of the first gen Mustangs too. I've always thought it was a pretty nice kit. A little more simplified, you know, like we always talk about with the chassis, but it's really not that bad. But I tell you what, that gives me an idea. That fantastic 67 Mustang that round 2 put out, well, it wasn't round 2, it was just AMT back in the 90s. That has such a beautiful Mustang chassis. That's like the best 25th scale Mustang chassis right there. And that's great for so many different Fords too. I think that would be really cool to kit bash this kit with that chassis, because I know this is based off of the old notchback Mustang that AMT had put out since the 60s. So it's a little simplified, but it's a really great looking body. Then they did a great job turning it into, you know, the fastback version. That I bet you that would be such a cool cool kit bash that it would work out really, really cool. Let's continue on.
Some of those custom parts, again, the Shelby grill we called out, and the hood. We've also got racing mirrors, custom buckets, the chrome mags, again, those quarter windows, dual carb intake, and the look at the wheels and the tires there. And then on the back, you can see that parts tree and all the parts and pieces included in this kit, and a little bit of a sneak peek at the decal sheet with all the striping.
Oh, look at that decal sheet.
Build this up with. So really excited to see what you guys do.
Yeah, but you see right there, you can see how that chassis, it looks like, does this kit, I haven't looked at this kit in so long, but from my recollection, what it looks like on here is that it has the molded in rear end and leaf springs and all that. So it's a real simplified old kit. This is not a bash, but I know that this body and a lot of the parts and that decal sheet, really awesome to have. Get that kit. Get that 67 Mustang kit, bash that together. You're going to have a very good Mustang. I think that is going to go on my list because I picked up a few bag kits over the years of that 67 Mustang just to have that chassis. It is so awesome. And it's been around, you know, that's a 30-year-old kit now. You can find that cheap at swap meets all over the place. So there's great donors out there. Get that kit, smash it with this kit, and you got yourself a really cool 65 Shelby Mustang. I have spoken.
With the all new 66 Shelby GT350. Next up for car kits, we've got another fun racing kit for you guys with the CocaCola 1940 Willis Gasser.
Oh, nice.
Great looking variation for the 40 Willis Gasser, which always does good. This comes, of course, with Coca-Cola decals. There's a lot of cool little features in this kit. There's optional. You can do the windows clear or in Coke bottle green.
See, okay, this is super cool because I got to talk about this for a sec because I really like the AMT Willys Gasser because it's got that flip nose. It's a really cool kit. I built a couple of them. Oh, God, we show you this one right here. I really like that kit. The Revell kit's really dominant. You know, that's a later design. Of course, this Willys, I think, has 70s vintage AMTs, that is. Of course, the Revell one that came out in the late 90s is stupendous and all that. But this one really builds into a very, very nice looking race car. And again, it gives you that flip nose. It's a really easy build. And it looks great when it's done. So I was actually kind of bummed because I got rid of the ones I had because I had a bunch of the Revells and I was like, I wish I would have had it. And I think, and I wonder if this one we're going to see here in a minute. Let's pull it back up and get me off the main stage. Whammo. Let's take a look at this, see if there's these extra parts that I've always really liked in this kit that you can make it into a pickup too. Let's see if we can still do that.
You've got a look here at all that large decal sheet with all those different options in it, and also
the new artist
parts like the blown and injected V8 engine. You've got the tilt-up nose on this, the narrow front end. Again, everything to make it a Gasser style build, and those pad printed red line slicks.
Really nice decals.
The Coca-Cola decals included it there.
Actually,
a little sneak peek. You actually can build up this Willis Gasser and pair it with the Coca-Cola Racers Wedge pickup. So that's a sneakhead. Another kit that we'll be working on here, coming out soon. So stay tuned, and we'll talk a little more about that.
Here we go.
Once it hits, and then
they didn't do it.
Parts tree on the back of this Gasser, so you can see.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I was really kind of hoping for us to get that truck body because I know there was a version, and they repopped it. I don't know, about 15 or 20 years ago, and I had a bunch of them, and it gave you also the option to make it into a pickup truck, and they've removed the pickup truck. I get it. It probably wasn't, that it was probably like a separate mold, and they didn't need to pull that out and spend more money on that. So no failure there, but that would have been cool to have that option to make it into a pickup truck. Maybe later on they'll do that. Maybe they'll put this kit out again and give you that option for the pickup truck. Or I might be remembering something from an alternate universe and there never was a pickup truck. Who knows? Sometimes I do that, that whole Mandela effect that I don't believe in. Head to stage.
All the great ways that you can build it up. And then one last cool custom rod for you guys. This is the return of some of our old show rod kits with the little Roman Chariot. Again, we've done a lot of these show rod kits, but it's been a while since we have put one out. This has a lot of cool features with it, a lot of chrome parts, pre-lettered drag slicks on here, expanded the decal sheet from the older release for this kit, and kept that vintage original packaging. Of course, went in and cleaned up all the graphics to bring it back out. And really, really cool looking show rod kit. You can see here, of course, being the Roman Chariot, you got the fuel cask, you've got the Eyes of March headlights, the Ben Hurst shifter, the Big Brutus slicks, and the hard hat body with the upholstery by Helen of Troy, Michigan. I look there at a little bit of some of the call outs, and you can see how the chassis looks on this show rod.
Interesting.
Again, vintage looking, really neat. I love these show rod vehicles. And then there on the parts tree on the back, you can see all the different parts and pieces. And again, that expanded decal
nice amount of parts,
not
too
options
overly done.
Put into the kit there.
I imagine it's an old.
So that's everything that we've got for you guys this month in the realm of model kits, die cast, and slot.
All right. Well, that was a quick and easy one. All in all, I didn't speak much in show rod. I'm just not a show rod fan. Never really built one. I actually have one kind of in the queue that I want to do that's always kind of sparked my interest. And I've had the kit for 40 years, so I figure I might as well build it. There's one of the monogram ones that cherry pie. I do want to build that. And I always kind of leaned a lot towards liking Bad Medicine too, but I'm not an aficionado. Like I said, I've never seen this particular show rod. So in the comments, you show rod fans, I'm not, please don't get mad at me. It's just not my thing. I don't know a lot about them. They don't attract me. They're just like, I don't know, kits that just mean nothing to me, but I do know there's a lot of people that love them. They've been very popular. And I know they did vanish from the scene for a while. It's really cool that round 2 has been bringing them all back. And this must be a really, really old one because I've never seen it before, ever heard of it. You got anything to say about it, about this kid or how long it's been gone, please make a comment. Let me know. Learn me. I'm here to learn too. But I think it's a great thing that they do that. I'm definitely like, oh, come on, man. Never would I say that to those guys. Because those are cool kits they just given us out, I know they keep repopping old stuff. I am a fan of that. I always speak about that on this channel, that I don't think it's a bad thing that they do this. I think it's been a very, very good thing because there's a lot of new people coming into the hobby. And I'm not talking kids. I have had comments from people that are in their 50s and 60s, even 70s, that are coming in the hobby fresh, never done it before or did it when they were kids. They never did it as an adult. They're out there. That is the highest segment of this hobby. The growth of this hobby is old dudes like me. And probably you. I'm sorry, I didn't want to bring that up, but yeah, you're an old dude too. I guarantee it. Most of the people, I look at the statistics of my channel, I know who's watching, and it ain't hot early 20-year-old girls. I'll tell you that. That ain't happening. Luka C's got no groupies, none. What groupies I have, I don't know if you'd really. Sure. We'll talk about that later. But anyways, yeah. So that's really cool. I love this company. Really grabbed these brands up some years ago and got things going and kept them alive because they were going to vanish. I remember when our C2 was done, they were going out and there was nobody to buy them. And the round 2 guys at the time, I can't remember what they went under. They were pretty much Polar Lights back in the early O's and stuff like that, late 90s, early O's. And if I'm correct, I could be corrected down there. And they expanded and turned themselves into round 2, buying up the MPC and the AMT and the Praying Mantis and all this other stuff. Limburg, all those companies, they bought all those brands up and kept them alive because all that stuff was going to vanish on it. It's just like what Atlantis and Salvino's JR Models have done. There's so much stuff from the old Revell that was going to vanish. These companies are keeping this stuff alive, and the stuff is selling. They're all doing well. The stuff sells. So obviously they're doing the right thing. Anyways, I'm going to step off the podium here. Church is over. Go out there, build model cars because they're fun, right? We'll have another reaction. If you like these reactions, I've been getting good reactions on my reaction videos. And I'd like to do more. I just haven't figured out yet what. Like I said, I know Ravel puts out some videos. I'll probably start doing some reactions of those. I like doing reaction videos. They're kind of fun, and you know, it points you guys who might have missed the videos or not know about them over to those videos. So definitely at the end of this video, please go click on. There's even going to be a little clicker down in the corner about right here. You're going to see a circle that has the round 2 emblem. If you click on that, you'll be subbing to their channel. And then over here, there will be a video, a link to this video right here that we just covered. And then up here will be my junk, but nobody cares about that. Worry about the guys down here. Don't worry about this guy up here. He's not that important. So we will see you in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Keep gluing those fingers together and keep cutting that styrene. And here are the frickin' producers.